The content on this channel has been created for adults. If you're not at least 13 years of age or older, then please do not watch this content. Sorry, dude. Come back when you're 13.
Yeah, baby girl. You know what I wanna do. Come on. Yeah, baby girl.
Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Off Tablet Life. We have another request for yours truly. Now, I get flattered when you guys request my music. It's a pretty cool feeling. It obviously, makes me feel all warm and bubbly inside, which is cool. And I want to say thank you, Jazzy J, because Jazzy J is the one who requested this. Jazzy J, aka Janelle, for you guys that don't know, is part of our family, and she likes my music, which is a really cool thing. Always, as an artist, you want people to like your music. She's requested more of my music than anyone else, which is awesome. So I want to say thank you for that. I appreciate the support, the love. Now this one here though, this one is actually my artist that I used to have on my label, Kasha Sway, and this features me, Wonderful Feeling, which now this song is a cool song. It's a really cool song. This is the music video. It's a pretty cool music video. We shot this music video. It was a bunch of people part of this music video. We had tons of extras. We had dancers and all kinds of things. We shot this in a nightclub. And this nightclub, we literally, got it during the day and had all of our own people. So this is like, our own extras and everyone who was part of this whole shoot. Super awesome shoot. Really cool video, I think, personally. And the song itself is a song that I made. It depends the mood I'm in, because sometimes when I'm writing music, it starts with me just humming something, coming up with a vibe, or maybe I'm just singing like some random words, and I'm like, ooh, that sounds dope. I like how that sounds. And then sometimes it's just about the beat, like I'll just start freaking working on a beat, and it'll just come up with something, and it turns out to be this dope song. This particular music that I started working on, I wanted to do a song with Kasha. And this particular song was actually technically her single, and it was featuring me. But I made the music and everything, and then, started writing the lyrics, writing the song and things like that and everything. And I just thought it would be a really cool fit song for Kasha. And also just because she started out like she was just a really good friend, really good. Her family, beautiful people. I tell stories. I probably have told a couple of the stories. This Italian family that owned a restaurant, and that we became really close and everything. And she was part of that family, and so. Me again, at the time I was looking for artists, looking for talent, looking for people to be on my label and things like that. And that's how she ended up, at first she didn't have the confidence, like a lot of artists, she didn't know that she could do it. I basically always kept trying to talk her into it, say, girl, you got this, you could do it. You got a voice, you got, a personality, you could do this, go out there and do it. And I encourage any artist, it doesn't matter who you are. I encourage anyone, no matter how good you think you are, look, and by the way, practice makes perfect. So if you do something, you get out there and you keep putting your heart and soul, the grind and the work, and you will get better anyways. But at the end of the day, it's all art. Art, again, I like to say this because it's true. It's open interpretation. There's going to be people how many people out there, there's people, you'll see it's crazy. They'll hear someone sing, and they could really technically be a really bad singer. but they'll love them. They'll think they're great. They're awesome. They sound awesome. It's one of my favorite artists. They might not technically be the best singer in the world, but they have their supporters. They have their fan base. You hear it all the time. There's tons of artists out there. You go, oh man, they're crap. But there's someone out there who goes, oh my gosh, they're awesome. You know what I mean? So music is open to each to their own. You know what I mean? Like, people are going to love it. They're going to love it. Some people are not going to like it. And this song is probably a really good example of that. You know, there's people who love this song. There's people who didn't like this song. I remember in the comments, when I looked at this song, and there was some people who were like, you know, like, oh man, nah, you know, the song here, no, I don't like it, you know. Then there's some people like, this song is so cool, it's really great. Unfortunately, people who are new to music, who the whole scene, especially in the social media era, if you don't have a strong backbone, the comments can hurt you. They can really make you upset and make you become discouraged and lose a bit of hope and, you know, belief that you can do it, because that's what happens. People, sometimes the trolls take it too far, you know, and they, instead of just respecting, appreciating a song for what it is, or someone where they're at on their journey, they're at where they're at, you know, showing a bit of love and all that kind of stuff. There's some people who just like to hate on people for the fun of it. So this song, you know, it has mixed reactions from people, which all music does. It's crazy how many songs I've seen. Like a good example of that, I'll tell you a really good example. There was a Britney Spears song that came out. I thought it was awesome. I love that song. But if you looked at the like and dislike ratio, it was pretty even. But it was like, wow, I can't believe this song has just as many dislikes as it has likes. My mind was blown by that, because I thought, how could people dislike this song so much? And surely part of it is people definitely just trolling along, you know, or being a troll because they didn't like Britney or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you get that as well. People who maybe it's not even about the song, they just didn't like the artist, or you know what I mean? There's all these different things. So this song is, when I think of all the songs I've ever been part of, that I've ever worked on with anyone or done anything, this is that one song for me where I go, this was that song where there was people who really liked it, and then there was people who really didn't for whatever reason. Very interesting thing, because personally, I thought the song, I actually like the song. I actually, you know, but I'm biased. I produce music. I make songs. So, of course, I'm going to always be my number one fan for my stuff. With that being said, there's some of my music that I like better than other songs, and there's some of my songs that I kind of wish I never released. I was like, please, I hope no one knows that was one of my songs that I was part of making. But this is not that song. I actually, personally, I think it's a wonderful feeling. Pun intended. One of the reasons I did like the song was that for me, it was kind of talking about love and the wonderful feeling that love is. You'll hear the lyrics. Let's play the song. Let's go ahead and dive into that. Let's play it. And we'll play it all the way through uninterrupted, so you can really hear it and feel it and see the video. And then we'll talk about it a bit more afterwards. All right, let's go. Kasha Sway, featuring yours truly. Without further ado, wonderful feeling. Let's get into it right now. We rolling. There's me.
Walk into the room. and I can't help but stare. I know you notice me too. Is this feeling too good to be true? Adrenaline's got me so high, and I'm soaring like a kite. Am I only dreaming? Or could this be reality? Am I only dreaming? Or do you wanna hook up with me? I like you, you like me. Let's make love to reality. Everything that we do, boy, must be destiny. Love is such a wonderful feeling. Love, there's just so much to believe in. Brings me up, tells me down, makes the world go round and round. Love is such a wonderful feeling.
Here I go.
Now I know your name, and we're willing to play the game. So now let's just wait and see if this feeling was meant to be. You're looking so damn fine, and I'm very glad that you are mine. Cause you make time to stop, and it should be going tick tick tock. Love is such a wonderful feeling. Love, there's just so much to believe in. Brings me up, tears me down, makes the world go round and round. Love is such a wonderful feeling. Break down.
Am I only dreaming? Or could this be reality? Am I only dreaming? Or do you wanna hook up with me? I like you, you like me. Let's make love to reality. Everything that we do, boy, must be destiny. Love is such a wonderful feeling. Love, there's just so much to believe in. Brings me up, tells me down, makes the world go round and round. Love is such a wonderful feeling. Love is such a wonderful feeling. Love, there's just so much to believe in. Brings me up, tears me down, makes the world go round and round. Love is such a wonderful feeling.
Yay! There we go. That's the first time I haven't heard this song in so long, dude. This song, when did it come out? So 2010, dude. 2010. It came out on my birthday in 2010. Well, no, the video came out. The video came out in 2010 on my birthday. I'm not sure that the song probably was released before then. You know, a bit before. Yeah, it definitely was. The song would have came out probably a few months prior. A couple months prior, probably. Maybe it didn't. I can't remember. Did I release the song and the video at the same time? I literally can't remember. That was 10 years ago. Dude, I can't believe that was 10 years ago, dude. What? Baking powder? This song right here. See what I mean? Like earlier when I was talking, so this song had... Well, at least it had more likes than dislikes. I thought it used to be a bit more... I'm going to add a like there myself there. I actually put a like there. I'll add an extra like there myself right now. This okay, it's not... The ratio is actually better than I thought. Because at once... Again, I haven't seen this in a long time. I remember looking at it at one stage where the likes and the dislikes were pretty balanced out. So, but that was like, you know, that would have been like 10 years ago. You know what I mean? But okay, there's way more likes than dislikes now. I'm happy with that. But I remember there was like some comments and things even. I was like, dude, this song is getting some hate. You know what I mean? Let's go through some of the comments. I've never reacted to this song, needless to say, obviously. Someone wrote, I like this top Tom. Let's just show. I've hearted that too. Obviously, I did like it. I'm gonna give another like here. It says, Lana Jane wrote, I agree with Sarah, chosen as young. What did Sarah say? Where's Sarah? Okay, Sarah's comment's gone. Did she like delete it, or I don't know, where did it go? I don't know. Newest first. Is it missing a comment? I don't know. I don't see what Sarah wrote. Sarah must have wrote something positive too, though. It's good to see 6 months ago. So Kel the dude wrote a comment on here. So Kel watched this video. He goes, "CE, you're an amazing being. Thank you. Appreciate the love. Wow, Kel, I didn't know you watched this 6 months ago. I'm gonna give you a like there as well. I'm not even logged into this account here, so I can't give you a heart, but I can give you a like because I'm logged into my different channel here. There was one of the dancers. His name was Kruka, Crooksy or Crooksy, nickname, Crook. I don't know his real name, but Crooksy. And so someone wrote, "Crook, you dog." The dancers, by the way, they did their thing, man. They freaking broke it down. They were some of the top dancers in that area there. They freaking just killed it. Bearded Rat Crooks, another one for the Crooksy. So Crooksy is like, I think he's, if I'm not mistaken from memory, was he the dude who did the backflip in the video? I can't remember now. Dude, that's so long ago. KG. Okay, KG, watch this. KG is another artist. He's I don't think we ever got around to. I think we did start working on a song together or something. I don't know if we ever finished it. Unfortunately, I had a vault of music, a ton of music that got lost with, well, stolen is the correct term to use, that out of my storage shed. So I lost all that stuff. So a lot of songs that never got released that I worked on. But he's actually a rapper himself. He wrote here, "Shout out y'all, good to see Camber Peeps grinding peace." At the time, I was in Australia at the time, and I lived in what is the capital of Australia. It is actually this town called Canberra. Literally, technically it's a city, but it's kind of like, people like to think of it as like a small country town or more than a city, because it is kind of small, but it's more of there's no like skyscrapers and things like that there. They actually have a code that restricts how high you can have the buildings there and stuff like that. But it is the capital. It's a really beautiful, laid out, planned city. It's actually one of the few planned cities of Australia, I think. It might be the only planned one, if I'm not mistaken, where they actually had a plan of how they were laying out the streets and the buildings, because the capital of Australia is there. And they have the War Memorial. They have all these cool things. Look, it's a really cool city. When you come to Australia, there's certain places you have to visit. I definitely put Canberra on that list of places that you have to go and see, because it's different than our capital. Even though I also think it's technically the ACT, Australian Capital Territory, is not technically an Australian state. It's like a kind of like ours, like a district, like how Washington D.C. is, where it's not a state, but it is kind of a area, which lately they've been considering making Washington D.C. a state. Have you guys heard about that? That's been in the news. Don't know if there's something that's going to happen or not. I don't know. Is it necessary? I don't know. Should they? There's some reason why they're thinking of this. It's something to do with, because they're not a state, they can't. I think it has something to do with some type of funding or tax benefits, or there's some reason why they want to make it a state that's going to make it better for the people that live there. I can't remember why. Someone knows in the comments, let me know. But Australia's Canberra is kind of like that. Like it's a district. It's like a territory, they call it. So really cool though. Really cool place. Really, I enjoyed my time there. They call it the land of public servants. But it's a really beautiful place. I rate it. Look, to be real, guys, I think I rate everywhere in Australia highly on the list of places that you should, if you just take the time and visit every city of Australia, just not every city, the main cities, the major cities, because they all have something to offer. I think you'd have a really great time. Every area of Australia, there's something significant, like there's this, iconic things all over the place. You know what I mean? Like in Alice Springs, out in the outback, that's where Uluru, aka Ayers Rock, huge Aboriginal significance. It's if you look at a lot of Australian postcards and pictures of Australia and things like that, it is iconic. It's in the outback, the big red just monolith, is that what they're called? The biggest in the southern hemisphere, I believe it is. And then you've got the Sydney Opera House. You've got the which is probably maybe one of the most iconic of all places in Australia. If you go down to Victoria, you got the 12 Apostles, another great place to visit. These 12 Apostles are these rock formations in the water. Super cool. Again, another cool place to check out. Like, Australia is really beautiful. Queensland is known for its beaches. The biggest waterfall in all of Australia is in Queensland as well, the tallest waterfall. I don't know where it ranks in the world, but definitely must rank in the top 20, I would say. Maybe top 30, I would say. No, it should be a top 20. It's got to be. It's a pretty big waterfall. So everywhere has something cool. I think you'd really love to visit Australia. If you haven't come here, you should definitely see it. I've fallen in love with Australia personally. I can't tell you how much I love the country, the people. There's an overall positive, loving nature here. I can't really explain it because there's definitely, Australia is very multicultural, like we are, but I feel in Australia there is a lot more acceptance of the multiculturalness of the country. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel there's definitely less. This is just my feelings and my opinion. I could be wrong, but it's just from my own experience. I've never experienced the tons of, like the hatred, the racism, these different things here. Like, I experienced more of that stuff back home than here. Do you know what I mean? With that being said, you don't experience it all the time anywhere, but definitely one experience for me that sticks out in my mind back home in the States, which is probably why I kind of see and think of it the way I do. Being a military kid, my dad was Army and stuff. I grew up military base, went to on the school. All the schools were on the bases and stuff. So in the military, I don't know, guys. It's, again, from my experience, but I just never saw or experienced racism. I never seen, I was literally probably one of literally 5 black kids in a whole school of white kids on the Army base. And I never, even though I got picked on a lot, it wasn't for me being, different skin color. It wasn't a racist thing. It was just kids being freaking, bullies thinking they're cool. I never experienced, I feel like, being on the military base, never experienced racism. You know what I mean? Like, in the military, there's just a code. I don't know. And maybe I'm wrong, but I'm telling you my experience. So that's all I got to go on. And I know it probably does exist in some shape, form, or fashion. Of course it does. It exists everywhere. But from my experience, I never knew that feeling until I flew back to the States on my own for the first time. I remember the first time I left Japan to fly back to the States for the first time on my own without my family. That was a crazy, mad experience because it's a big flight and it was just crazy. It was the first time I did that by myself. And I remember being in Detroit. And oh my gosh, dude, Detroit was a big awakening for me because I went into the toilet there in Detroit. And first of all, in the bathroom, this is at the airport, guys. There was like racist comments and things written in the stall in the bathrooms. There was a cop who decided to interrogate me in a big way. I'm literally just gotten off an airplane, dude. Apparently was in the toilet too long. It started interrogating me like literally, like I felt like, what the hell? What did I do wrong? I'm talking to this dude. I'm freaking here by myself. I have no backup. I have nobody. I know nobody. I'm still not even in my own state. I'm in Detroit, dude. I'm like, Detroit. Freaking this cop is just freaking harassing me big time. And it was one thing that saved me, ironically, again, the freaking thing was being a military kid. When he asked for ID, I busted out my ID and my ID card that I had because my dad, you know, he's freaking grinded. You know, my dad, I feel very blessed. I'm proud of my dad. You know, he reached the highest rank he could reach as in the military as an enlisted soldier. You know, my dad was a command sergeant major by the time he retired, which was really dope. Because that's as far as you can go. You know, my dad fought in Vietnam. He did all these amazing things, you know. So just having the ID card and my dad's rank is on there and everything like that. And busting that ID card out, showing this dude my ID was legit, like military dependent. You know, my dad was freaking, you know, in the rank, high up in the rank in the military, and I was a military kid. This dude's demeanor changed completely in like a few seconds. Suddenly he was all nice to me and he was treating me completely different. Suddenly I was a great person. Like, and it was like, wow, dude. Again, that, you know, the status and all this stuff in our society, there is that whole thing where if you're a certain status, or if you're, you know, this or that, or if you're someone so-and-so's, you know, kid, or if all these different things and you get treated differently, it's mind-blowing, right? It's just crazy. But that was my first experience where I thought, oh my gosh, dude. Like, just first of all, just seeing all the ugly comments in the back. Sorry about that, guys. Camera stopped. Now we're back. We got fresh 29.95. We can, or 29.59. We keep talking now. But yeah, that was my first experience of all that, and it was really surreal. And I just thought to myself, like, wow, dude, if I didn't have my ID card, this dude would have probably arrested me on something. You know what I mean? Like, I was literally dodged a bullet that day. So it's the world we live in, right? It's a crazy place. It just blows my mind. But that's one thing that, thankfully, living in Australia, I've never really felt that type of feeling. It's probably one of the things I really, you know, I should do a video on this. I'm a remind me, guys, I need to do a video on why I live in Australia. Because that is part of it. I think I'm going to do a whole video on talking about it, because there's reasons why I live here. Why I continue to live here. Originally, I didn't live here. I didn't come here. I didn't kind of say I didn't come here voluntarily. I mean, I did come here voluntarily, but I fell in love with an Aussie girl, and I ended up here, and that's how I ended up here. So, I don't know. I can't really say, like, I would have moved here otherwise, because I wouldn't have known about here. I don't know if I would have, if I never ended up here. Would I come here? I don't know, but I'm glad I did, you know? These artists like Kasha, these experiences I've had here, I wouldn't have had if I didn't come here. This song is part of my story here in Australia. It's a particular time in that story, which is another thing about it that I like. You know, I really literally was having tons of wonderful feelings when this song, you know, the time when this song was written. I felt really some kind of way about this country. My girlfriend, I'm pretty sure at this point in time with this song, I probably did have a girlfriend when this song came out, and I'm sure I was having wonderful feelings. Love is a wonderful feeling is what the song is about. It really is. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But to truly be in love, and what? Okay, I'm back again. I should have changed the battery when I changed the card. Okay, now we got a fresh battery, and we've got another fresh 29.95. Let's continue. But yeah, look, this song, it was definitely a beautiful time. You know, I had a lot of beautiful people in my life at the time. I think there was a lot of wonderful people. It was a special time, and it's something that I would cherish forever. And, you know, I've got mad love to this day for all the people who were part of my life at that time frame. Kasha and her family and everyone, and all my artists at the time. Like, you know, there was this cool thing, you know, I had going on then. It was this awesome time. And I'm really in gratitude for that experience. You know, I'm really, yeah, you know, you all know what I mean, right? Y'all get it. I know you have moments that are special in your life. To me, this was a special time. This song was really cool. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed working on it with someone who I really, you know, I loved Kasha. She was an incredible person. You know, she's absolutely wonderful. Unfortunately, haven't spoken to her in a long time. You know, it's one of those situations where we all move and move on, and I've probably have moved more than a lot of people. I don't know, dude. This is actually probably in recent times the longest I've kind of been in one place. Do you know what I mean? Like, I tend to I think it's just how I was raised, you know, like being a military kid, you're constantly moving around and you're moving to other countries and all these different places, and you get the bug, you know. I love culture. I love exploring and seeing new places and meeting new people and all those type of things, you know. Like, I really love that. Like, I think it's such an amazing, wonderful feeling to do those type of things. So for me, I tend to get really deep in and busy with what I'm doing at any given time, though. I get super busy. As you guys know, I mean, I grind hard. I'm 7 days, I'm grinding, I'm dropping multiple bits of content every single day of the week. So it does not leave a lot of time these days to be all mobile and floating around everywhere. I would love to, one of the big things I want to do, and maybe it'll happen after this pandemic. I think if this pandemic hadn't happened, it might be something that would have already happened, but I would love to be able to just hop in my car and completely drive around the whole country of Australia, not missing one place, and bringing you guys along for the journey and vlogging the whole experience, and be doing reactions in all these cool different places and iconic places. And, you know, I think that'd be so much fun. You guys have seen some of my vlogs in the past. I have done some of the reaction videos even where I was outside somewhere in the greenery, somewhere really beautiful, somewhere different. Like, I like that kind of stuff, and I'd like to do more of that kind of thing. Just right now with the whole pandemic thing, it's probably not the smartest thing to do. But I do want to. I so would love to be able to just, boom, get in the car, pack everything, and just go and not miss one place, and go around the whole country and just see everywhere and just bring you guys along. I think it'd be the greatest thing ever. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm sure you guys would love to that's the next best thing to actually being somewhere, is seeing someone else's adventures and them showing you these different areas, So I think it'd be a lot of fun for you guys. I think you'd appreciate it. Let me know in the comments if there's something you'd like to see. Let me know, did you like this song or not? It's okay. I've got a tough skin. I realize it's not everyone's cup of tea, and some people may like it and some people may not. Feel free to let me know your thoughts on it in the comments. Go ahead and comment on this. Give it a like at the very least. The link to the original version is in the description, so please go over there and support it. I always like to tell you guys, support independent artists in particular, support their music. Support all artists in particular is always a good thing, but if you could show me a little love, I appreciate it. If you go over there, click on that link and give this a like or comment, show a little love over there on this song. And some of my other songs as well. We've got another video to do yet that Jazzy J has requested, which is possibly one of my favorite songs of all time that I've ever done. It's close to my heart, definitely. And yeah, we're gonna have to do that one really soon, because I keep forgetting to. It's not I forget to do. I don't know. I feel it's one of those things with my music. You know what I mean? When it's your song, it's like my song. I already know that it's in the queue to be done, and I'm like. But today is Jazzy's birthday. The day that I'm doing this video here now is Jazzy's birthday, so maybe I would do it now because it's her birthday. Yeah, maybe I'll do it and get it out of the way and just get my reaction requests out of the way. But anyways, guys, I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting the grind, the journey, the hustle. I appreciate it so much, and I love each and every one of you. I am humbled for every single fan that I've had from day one. I've been doing music since 8 years old. I've been doing this stuff, entertainment, since that young age. Not just only music, but modeling, acting, all this stuff for a very long time. So I feel so much gratitude for those who have come with me, along on the ride. Those who've just found me, discovered me now, and who are part of it. And also a lot of you guys, I haven't had a chance to reply. I'm going to reply to your comments on the You Are Not Alone impromptu request that I had to do that song, and that you guys actually had a lot of really positive feedback there. So thank you guys for the love. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. I performed Michael Jackson's song live. It was actually a one-take live situation right here, me sitting in the thing. The reaction came up. I was going through reactions. I was like, oh crap, that's me. They want me to do this song. And it just was one take straight through. So go ahead, check it out if you haven't. I did it within the past few days. Is You Are Not Alone, Michael Jackson. Check it out. Okay guys, I think we've talked enough on this one. Yeah, and I love you as always. Remember, to to the fullest. Keep it off tap. Off tap out.